going, everyone? If you are watching this, let's do a quick sound check. Make sure you can hear me. Get this thing all. It won't be through this mic. This mic's going to the camera that I'm recording this on, but it's all good. But if you're in the chat, let me know so I know that's working. How do I see this live? This is live, Brandon. I see you right. Well, I can't see you, but I know this is live right now, my friend. Can you hear me loud and clear? Hey there, how you doing? I'm gonna try to make this a little bigger. Awesome. Where are you guys from? If you're just joining us, where are you from? CT, is that Connecticut? CT, we got Adil from Pakistan. Awesome, that's cool. Got it right. I got my US abbreviations down packed. Connecticut, home of the blue blood, right? Right, Brandon? I think that's kind of, is that kind of the, I guess the stereotype you would say with Connecticut? It's a state I haven't gone to yet, but I think it'd be pretty cool to check out. From Turkey, what's up? Hey, Adam from the UK. Hello, Peter. How's it going? Zerkran, hey man, it's good to see you. I saw you just liked one of my posts on Facebook. Hey, if you guys want to do me a favor, share this with anyone on Facebook or whatnot. Let them know that we're live. Going to be doing a Q&A. I'm actually going to be turning this into a weekly Q&A section called Ask M, hashtag Ask, and then EMM. And I got somebody from Canada representing 100 books to improve your life. Awesome, from Halifax. That's cool. And this is going to be a weekly Q&A section. It'll be Saturday or Sunday. I got to check what day I wrote it down, and I'm going to start doing it. But as you all know, we are here on Sunday. And doing it, I just wasn't able to. I've been fighting off a bit of a cold this past week. So yesterday I just wasn't fully up to it. And I got slammed with a whole bunch of other Kindle stuff that we definitely going to be talking about. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this is a great opportunity to kind of get to know all of you, my followers, and see or answer questions for you on whether it's Kindle publishing. I'm sure that's going to be the majority of the topics we'll talk about today, but on anything really. 100 books to improve your life. What part of Canada are you from? I am from Vancouver, actually Burnaby specifically. And yeah, from Burnaby, living down here in Mexico. And I do want to say I apologize for this horrendous thing. This calendar has been, I used to use it in my previous businesses, and so it's been folded up for a long time. So I've had it taped in the wall just to kind of flatten it out, and I forgot to move it. So it ain't going to stay there forever. It's horrendous, I know. How do I scroll up on the chat? Oops, that's moving me around. Hey, is my picture coming clear right to you guys? You guys can see everything. I'm using a new system for this live stream, so I still don't know exactly how it works. Let me see some of these other. All right, chat just keeps scrolling up. That's good. All right, hi, Jorge. We got our first question. I like that. Brandon, I've been doing Kindle for just over a year, my friend. I started my first book I published end of August of last year, and we are October 1st this year. So what is that? Just about 14 months or so doing it. Jorge, first question: how can we structure an ebook for selling in Kindle? When you say structure, are you talking about the formatting? Like how to format? Oh wait, it is clear, but the chat is covering half your face. So let me figure out how to. Can you guys see all of me now? 100 books. Just confirm on that. I got a yay from Jorge. I just want to make sure that's a yay. You can see me, or yay, my face is not being covered. Is my whole... So can you guys see all of me now, or am I still half covered by the chat? You are clear as Madonna. Take it, you can see me. All right, if there's a video problem, audio problem or something, just start going crazy in the chat, move over. So are you guys still seeing some of the chat? That's weird. That should be gone. How do you make this gone? Yeah, move over. Because, okay, whatever. I'll just move over. Just kind of play with this. Like that? Is that better? That's better. All right, cool. That's so strange. So strange. Whatever. Now I'm like at the edge of the table, so it's kind of weird. But let me reposition and get myself a little bit more comfortable. And, jeez, man. All right. New stuff, new adventures. All right, so back to our questions. So, Jorge, you were asking about structuring a book for selling on Kindle, and yes to formatting. Formatting is really simple, man. I have a video, and actually, it's my most watched video on YouTube. It's one of my early ones, so it's a little unpolished, but it has tens of thousands of views now. And it's how to format your book for Kindle in under 10 minutes. And super, super simple to do. I suggest watch that video. It's one of the playlists on my channel. Just I think I have a book formatting video or a formatting playlist video there. But you can easily do it yourself, man. I formatted all my books myself in the beginning. I didn't pay to outsource it or anything like that. I was in the, I needed money. I was saving money mode. So I did all the formatting myself in the beginning just to, save every dollar so I could keep producing more books and producing more books. So I did what I could. Okay, let's see. There's Madonna. Move over. Yeah, move over. That's better. All right. Adil. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, bud. Do you go into a certain niche and find... do you go to a certain niche and find keyword for that particular niche? Correct. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can bring this up over here. Did this affect the video, like what I just did? Can you guys all see me still? Give me a yay in the chat if you can see, you can see me and I'm not covered up. I'll just assume I'm not covered up here, but okay. So yes, so I find a particular niche, and then thanks, Jorge. And then I go in there and I start developing keywords for that for the niche. Now, I've talked about this before, that a niche and a keyword are two very different things. Most niches on Amazon are going to be profitable, right? So. But then you have to find the keywords, right, which are search terms. That is your bread and butter, right? That is your bread and butter. Weight training, weight training or weight loss or dog training, right? Those are all big niches. But, I might find dog, teaching your kids how to dog train, or right, teaching your kids how to train the dog. That is a search term, but that might not be a profitable search term in the dog training niche, right? So I just spend time typing in different keywords, different search terms, trying to think, okay, what type of information would people be wanting to find for this niche? And then I'll kind of go based on that. And once you kind of get into it, you start developing a rhythm. And it's like what I teach my students. It takes practice. It takes tons and tons of practice. I didn't really start understanding it until like my 10th book. I never really understood keywords and all of that. It was all trial and error, and eventually I started figuring it out, and it's a lot easier for me now. But that's just because I've been doing this for a year. But you will spend the majority of your time figuring out niches and keywords. Because you get that right, you can really mess up a lot of other things and still do all right with Kindle publishing. But if you screw up the keyword aspect, it doesn't matter how good your book is, how great your cover is, people aren't going to find it. So, Dale, my man, thank you for carving me into your Sunday. Sure, you're busy doing what you're doing. And that's all good. You guys, we got self-publishing with Dale L. Roberts popping on the channel. And that's cool. And let me see what some other questions are. Dale, love you. Dale's getting a lot of love. Do you believe in God and Jesus Christ? How on earth is that relevant? Yes. I was brought up Catholic. No, I don't go to church. But that's cool. Haha, day off. That's awesome. That's awesome. So at the library, that's cool. So if you guys don't know already, I launched a book about 2 weeks ago, and I've been really trying to drive some traffic and do a lot of outside of Amazon marketing for this book. And I have I'm paying a bit for Google AdWords. I might actually cancel those in the next little bit. Google AdWords. Facebook ads I got going as well, and Amazon ads, AMS. And that book over this weekend, since Friday to now, has done about $1,200 in sales. Since Friday. So it's one of my more profitable books for sure. It could be the most profitable. I haven't kind of put it up against some of the other best-selling ones, but it's been super exciting. And these are all things I'm taking notes, and I've been recording thoughts and things, because this is all stuff that I want to be able to share with all of you once it's more proven, and once I can replicate this process a couple times, so I really find out what's the best strategy to kind of use, not just Amazon but the other resources out there. Because I think Facebook ads, really what I'm doing with those ads is I'm just buying the leads. Right now, I think I'm paying about $1 a lead. That's how much is coming in. I have zero idea what I'm doing with most of these ad stuff. So I'm just experimenting and figuring it all out. But so far it's been pretty good. Let's take a look at some of these other questions. Hey Mecca, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Actually, I got my pumpkin latte, and I just had a slice of cake, and I think it was like way too much sugar, so I'm a little like jittery right now. So forgive me. Can you please recommend a good proofreader or editor? Man, the person that writes, the freelancer that I use to do my books, they do a lot of the proofreading and editing for it. For this particular niche that I'm doing right now, I do the final once over. But I try to find a freelancer who does it all. I don't think. Whoa, we got Dale L. Roberts just donated $2 on the. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's called the Super Chat. So the Super Chat, you can like donate money to help support the channel, help feed my daughter, and then I'll give you some love in return. So I'll spend some time promoting Dale in a second. But where was the question that I was reading? Yeah, so I don't use a separate editor or proofreader. I try to get the freelancers to do that, and then my other niches, the company does that because I use a writing company. Hey, Michael, man, you have been invaluable in terms of knowledge and really been a big helping hand. If you guys haven't checked out Fresh Belief, I believe it's freshbelief.com. And, Michael has a great blog on there and a lot of different thoughts. And I know he's working on some cool upcoming Kindle posts that you guys definitely want to check out. Oh man, how do I scroll back? I'm losing some of these questions. All right, there we are. All right. Dale is good. He's taught a ton on keyword research. Yes, he has. And that keyword has to be the first. You know, Adil, where you talk about the keyword being the first word of your book, Amazon's kind of in the middle of switching that up. Because you'll type in a keyword and you'll see a lot of books are ranking with that don't have that actual keyword as the top, as the front. Where's my finger? As the front, or as the first book, or the first word. So you have to also make sure that you're using your keywords in your description as well. That's one area. I think I was when I was sitting down with the Kindlepreneur Dave Chesson on one of my interviews. You know, he was talking. You have to use your keywords throughout your description naturally, not just throwing tags down at the bottom, but you know, writing in there naturally, because that's something that Amazon's algorithm A9 searches for and you know, looks for. So that's another way that you can rank your book, not just using the keyword in your title there. Let's see here. Self-publishing with Dale. I think AMS is the best. Yes, it is. It is pretty cool. You just got to be careful you don't overspend. Lunch. I'm breaking the bank. Edwin, I love your interviews. Gives me positive affirmation. I know. I've really been enjoying the interviews, guys. And over the next little bit, I'm going to be doing, I think on, let me just pull up my trusty journal here. I got a whole YouTube schedule I'll be announcing tomorrow on my weekly update. And Friday is going to be sitting down with an expert interviews, or Ask a Pro. I'm trying to figure out a cool sounding name for them. And every Friday I'll be posting an interview with the leading expert in a specific industry. A lot of it I'm sure will be Kindle related, because that's kind of where I'm at right now. But then I also want to find some stuff outside of the publishing realm, whether it's personal development or whatever else. I think it's kind of a neat thing for everyone to kind of learn, and what I think you would all like to experience. But those will be going Friday. Yeah, so I got a cool one coming up this coming Friday for y'all. Let's see. Yeah, you've provided more value than the $2 I dropped. Awesome. It's up Dale. Dale's getting a ton of love, man. Mr. Popular here. Love it. On the description, you should include, should the keywords be H1, H2? No, you just have to write them in naturally. So whatever you're talking about in your, remember, your description is your sales letter. Your description is your sales letter, right? Your great cover is the first thing people are going to look at. Well, no, they're your book ranking. But then they're going to see your cover, right? Because that's the first thing your eyes are brought to. Then they'll read your title, your subtitle then, right? If that is good, they'll click on your book. Now they're looking at your description, right? And your description is that final gatekeeper, so to speak. It has to be compelling. It has to make this person want to click the buy now button. So your description has to make them want to purchase the book. It doesn't. I do use some basic HTML, nothing crazy, but like the H1, H2 tags and bold, underline, things like that. But I really focus on making sure that, let me just turn my notifications off so I don't get any more. Making sure that that my keywords are in there, because Amazon will start ranking my book better with that. Let's talk more about the ads. Michael, what do you want to know about the ads, man? Just ask a couple questions and I'll definitely talk more about them. How do I find and hire good content writers? I use Upwork. I love Upwork. I don't love paying on Upwork. I pay off Upwork as fast as I can. As soon as I built a relationship with the person, I paid them a few times on Upwork, and we have a good relationship. Once on my Skype calls that I do with all writers or VAs that I work with, I say, hey, do you want me to start paying you PayPal and save you the 20%? Because Upwork takes a 20% cut off your freelancer. So one of my one of the people that I write, or that writes my books, she was losing 20%. So I was like, you want me to just pay you PayPal? And she's like, that's awesome. So it didn't cost me anything extra, but she makes more money now for every job I do, because she makes 20% more. She's so much happier, is going to do better work. Didn't cost me a dime. I just stopped paying through Upwork. Upwork probably doesn't like me, but I don't like them, so it's all good. All right. Second question. Jorge, how do I find? Oh yeah, wait, we just covered that. Okay, got a cuppa. Awesome. Thank you, my friend. Thanks, Dale, for jumping by. And more Create Space, please. What about Create Space do you want? I don't really do my descriptions a ton on Create Space just because they don't look nice, and HTML is even more limited there. How many hours did you put in? What did you? When did you feel like you were breaking ground? For what? For Kindle for Kindle, or or what specifically are you asking? I'll assume it's Kindle. Okay, Kindle, cool. I don't know, man. I'm not an employee, so I don't count hours. Um, I don't count hours. You know, it's don't count hours. Just don't count hours. Just don't count. I work until the job's done. I work until I get the results I want. I I yeah, that's it. If I counted the hours, like it just probably wouldn't make feasible sense for me to keep doing this right now. Because yeah, I make a few grand a month, around 5K a month, but I don't count the hours because I'm looking at the bigger picture, right? It's exponential growth. I think that's what it's called. Like you all be watching my income over, if you follow my monthly reports and stuff, and you'll keep watching it. Watch what'll start happening next year. It's not like I'm gonna go from 5 to 10. It'll go like probably like 5, 10, but then like 50, right? And then 100 a month. Like so that's why I just don't count hours. I just focus on what's the results I want to get done, and that's why the wife and the baby are out of the house right now because they said, "What are you doing this week?" And I got a ton of stuff to catch up on that I didn't get done over the last couple days that I have to get done now. So I don't count hours. All right, how many hours you put in? So Michael asks, great copywriting books to help you learn to write great book descriptions. Oh, that's cool. So cash advertising and OGov on advertising. That's okay. I'll definitely check those out because copywriting is a good skill to have. Even just basic copywriting skills, it really can make a big difference in your business. Tenzi asks AMS video. You know what? I'm still learning. I would recommend if I did an interview with Dave Chesson, the Kindlepreneur. It's on the channel under interviews on the playlist, and there's a link for his free course on AMS. I took the course. I learned so much more on AMS than I knew beforehand. So at the free course, you get through it in a couple hours. I would highly recommend just do that because it'll be 10 times more detailed than any video I could actually do. I'll probably do a basic one over the next few weeks. But he really breaks down how to get the most out of working with AMS and everything. It's horrible. Yes, they're stealing from authors, stealing from freelancers. 20%. I know. I was talking with one of my VAs who's going to be managing one of my Facebook pages and stuff, and I was like, 20%. That's like they don't need to take that much. Like that's highway robbery. It's all online. It's not like they have massive overheads. I'm sure there's servers and that stuff, but yeah, highway robbery. So, all right, how many books did you have when you started making $1,000 a month? I had 4 or 5 books out when I hit 1,000. My income really went from 500 to 2,000, and from 500 it was with 4 books, and then and then it went to 2,000, and I had like maybe 5, and I think my 6th one came out like the beginning of the following month. 5K, amazing. That's some motivation. That's awesome. Learn to sell the benefits, not the features, and you'll be golden. Michael, that is so key. That's so key. Like what he's talking about is just focus on the benefits of why somebody should buy your book. Not, oh, my book has this and this and this and this and this, but it's like, hey, if you buy my book, this is what you're going to gain. This is what you're going to learn. These are the problems I'm going to solve for you, right? So that they read it, they're like, I have to, like, yeah, that person's talking to me. Yeah, I look at a lot of the best-selling books and see what their descriptions are like. And, you know, I'll check those out and just see, right? Like, you know, go look at Tony Robbins. Go look at Steve Scott, Hal Elrod. Go look at what, you know, these are all salespeople, right? And they, you know, they're spending tons and, you know, way more money than we are on selling their books. And so they have, like, they'll pay thousands of dollars for somebody to write their description. So I just steal what they use. Steal the format, right? Obviously, word for word, you can't do it. But steal the format, the layout. Why do they have that, you know, underlined it? Like, those are the things that I look for when I'm trying to figure out, you know, how to do things. People care about themselves. Yes. Yeah, that's true, right? Kindlepreneur, his website is down right now, maybe just for maintenance. You know, I think I remember hearing he was, yeah, I think there's a reason for that. So it's all good. I'm sure it'll be up. Sure, it'll be up. If anyone else new joined, you know, how are you doing? Where are you from? How long have you been following me? And if you haven't subscribed, or if you don't have the bell notification, I'm in the middle of my 100-day challenge, right? I think actually that closes in today or tomorrow. mechosci.com/100 days if you want to check it out. But I'm going to be doing a video a day for now until the end of the year. So make sure that you you go hit the bell icon next to the subscribe. All right, Michael, 100% agree with you. AMS advertising course by Clint. Yeah, like it's awesome. So really, and it's free, you know. And I don't know about you, Michael, but I started using KDP Rocket, and you know, for I think it's like only $100 or something right now. But man, did that save some time just with the keywords and you know, finding stuff out. It's one of the more useful tools, I think. $100 to improve your life, fellow Canadian. Do you know anyone who is really working hard at Kindle and following what you teach, yet they are not making money? Probably. Do I know them personally? Like, I don't know, probably. Like, not everybody who purchases my course signs up for the Facebook group, right? You know, so yeah, so I don't know. There and you know, with anything, there will always be people who will purchase something and not succeed at it because one, it's too simple, and so they overcomplicate it and they don't follow what they should be following, or two, that's the only reason. That's the only reason people fail at it. They just overcomplicate it and they don't do it, or they just start skipping steps. You know, one of my students, for example. Yeah, I won't name him, but you know, he'd taken other courses. He took my course, and he was going through it, and it was like 2 or 3 months in, and then he just realized that he was missing one super key point of the course. Like he was missing one step, and he had it backwards, and he was doing it backwards his entire publishing career. He stopped doing that. Like a month and a half later, he hit $1,000 a month. Did it again the following month. So some people just learn at a slower pace, but you know, it's a proven method. It's, you know, it works. So yeah, just have faith in it, I guess. All right. Since day one, you've been following me. Man, that means a lot. Sometimes I still can't believe that. I don't know what my subscribers are at. I think they're only at like 1,400 or something, but it's like 1,400 subscribed to my YouTube channel? What? Is my stuff that interesting? So I really do appreciate everyone who's, you know, who's subscribed and follows me and sends me the messages and everything. Can you describe how is your day? What time do you wake up? How many hours do you work per day? All right. My day, man. Like, that's why I don't do vlogs, because my day's boring. And but I wake up. What time am I getting up now? I'm getting up, I think 6:30 right now. And get up about 6:30. And 2 weeks ago, I was getting up at 7:30, and every week I just put my alarm back half an hour and start getting up. So I wake up 6:30 now, make my coffee. Then usually I go for a run. When I go for a run in the morning, the day is just about 10 times better. So I go for a run in the car. It takes me about 20, 30 minutes with traffic to get to where I run. I listen to an audiobook. Usually it's one of my Grant Cardone ones I got going on right now, and listen to that, go for my run for a bit, and then come home. Wife and baby are usually up by then, play with them for a little bit, and then kick them out of the house so I can go work. And then I'll literally just start working. It'll be a mentoring call or whatever I have going on that day, and I work until it's time to start making dinner. And either I make it or Mariana makes it, and play with the baby a little bit more. And try to get some work done while they're home. Usually that doesn't help, or it doesn't work, but that's it. That's my routine day. The weekends are a little bit different because they're around a bit more, so I can't get as much done. Some days I do like just filming for a big part of the day, so it really all depends. But yeah, so hopefully that gives you an insight on my day. Where are we at? Can you describe your day? How many hours do I work? I have no idea. Like, I put in a full day's work, right? Full day's work, whatever a full day work would be. It's yeah. So, let me just go turn that camera back on. Hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. All right, so Yvonne, how you doing, Yvonne? Don't think I've seen you in the chat here yet. Nice to see you. Hey, Mecca, will you do a video about recording books on ACX? You know what? I just did an interview with George? George from Gutenberg Reloaded. He owns a company that has narrators and stuff. I haven't recorded my own book yet. I am going to be recording my own book that I am coming out with in a little bit here. It's a secret. So I don't know anything about it yet. I don't know if I have the tools for it or anything. That's all. I'm looking into it now, but I will definitely, once I do it, I'll let you know how easy, how hard, how complicated it all is. So that will be coming up, Yvonne, for sure. The Chocolate Factory Hunter says, I wrote a book and a guy stole it and presented it as my own. What do I do? When you say he stole it, do you mean your writer stole it? Oh, wait, no, you wrote the book. Yeah, I stole it. If it's on Amazon, you can file a claim. DMCA, I think it's what it's called. If you can't do nothing unless you file a copyright. Yeah, Amazon, you can try to get it taken off. You can try. It might be an uphill battle, but yeah, if you're gonna write your own works, and like it is good to make sure it is protected. Yeah, that's kind of a little out of my expertise. So I know some of my books that have been on like those. There are like websites that are kind of like, oh, here, if you download this, you'll have access to these free books. And I filed a couple DMCA, I think that's what it's called, things to have those books taken down off those websites. I mean, I don't own the rights to my books, except for the fact I wrote them in their mind. But yeah. 100 books to improve. At what level monthly income from your Kindle were you comfortable quitting your job? $1. I went full out. Like I quit my job prematurely. I'm sure. We probably should have kept my job going maybe a few more months, but it got to the point where I was like ripping my eyes out trying to work my regular job. So I just fully committed. You have to make that call. When one of my students asks me, I tell them, don't quit your job until you have at least 3 months of your salary saved from your Kindle business. And your Kindle business has been going steady for at least 6. Because when you work for yourself, you're in charge of everything, right? Like it's you got to put your big boy pants on, your big girl pants on, and it's a lot different. So you just got to make sure that you're confident in your business, and it's. I also didn't. I also made sure that I had some other revenue streams aside from Kindle starting to come in as well. Like I started doing my course around that time, and so I didn't want just one revenue stream, right? That's the best way you can do it is just make sure you got those additional revenue streams as well, and whether that's from Kindle or that's from your books, you use it as a funnel, and it's for something coming in from for the back end. Yeah. Manny Ali says, "Hi Mecca, do you get all your book writers off Upwork, and also, what is the most you have spent on a book?" So Upwork I use for all of my outsourcing needs primarily. I'll find all my writers from there. It's just the easiest place to go. And the most I've spent on a book is honestly, it's probably that book that I got going on right now. Spent somewhere around $500 for it. It's about 60 odd pages. Spent a lot of money into investing it, and but it's it's obviously paid for itself pretty quickly. But yeah. The Scorp 192. Hi. Where are you from? Factory. The way I asked seems like it happened to me, but what I meant is, how do you personally protect your work? Okay, completely different answer then. I don't know. None of my books are copywritten or have a copyright against them, if that's even the right term. You probably need to start, depending on what country you're in. If you're in the States, go to the what's it called? Just look up like trademark and copyrights website. There's a whole website. I'm actually going through it right now to copyright or to trademark some of my business, and it's a relatively simple process. And I'd probably start there. But a quick Google search is probably going to give you a bit more information than I actually have, just since I haven't really done that yet. It is a good idea though, especially if you're think more if you're in the fiction niche, the fiction side of things. It's a bit more important than if you're in the nonfiction, just because that story is your story. And right, imagine if Harry Potter wasn't copywritten, and somebody just went and stole that from her, and then trademarked it themselves, and just completely cut her out, right? So yeah, but I'm sorry, a quick Google search is probably going to give you a little bit more info than I have at this point in time. Or who might know? Dale. I'm meeting with him on Tuesday. Maybe if I remember, I'll try to bring that up. But he might know. All right, the Scorp 192. Does your course really go into detail? Does your course go really into detail into email lists for Kindle? Yes, that is. I believe it's like the biggest lesson we have on the course is emails. How to build your advanced review team. How to set up your lead magnet. Where to find material for a lead magnet. How to create material for your lead magnet. And what are some of the other things? When to send your emails, how to set up your autoresponder, what type of emails to send, how often to send them. It is key, because that's the one thing that I think really differentiates my course from some of the other courses is I want my students to learn the importance of emails with anything online. Because if you're doing anything online and you're not collecting any emails, your business is too volatile, right? You're like a freaking cryptocurrency, right? It could be gone overnight, right? Amazon makes one change. Amazon, boom, closes your account. Your business is gone. But if you have all those emails, you can just funnel it. Like that's why I'm creating a Shopify store for one of my niches, right? just because Amazon has too much risk for me right now. I don't, they could just do dumb Amazon things and really mess up my business. But I have good email lists. That's why I'm running Facebook ads to collect leads right now, right? I can put it all on Shopify, right? I'll still use CreateSpace to print it. I'll just have my VA fulfill the order. Somebody orders off my store, VA will, fulfill it through CreateSpace. I get a bigger cut because Amazon's not getting cut now. So, yes, I am a big believer on emails, and that's something we do talk a lot about inside my self-publishing blueprint. Iram, hopefully I'm saying your name right. Iram Salim. Good to see you. I think you just signed up for my self-publishing blueprint. Was it today or yesterday that you signed up? I know I gave you a nice welcome and we chatted a little bit inside the Facebook group, but great to see you here. How you doing? All right, what other questions you all have? Let me see how long we've been going for. About 40 minutes or so. It's all good. Love your course. Just signed up. Thank you. Appreciate it. And no problem, Scorp. It's one thing I really pride myself on, and I don't know if any of you are doing anything on YouTube. And Eduardo, how you doing? I pride myself on connecting and being available to all of you and to people in my course. And even like somebody was just, I was at the grocery store and got a quick message saying, "Hey, I'm trying to log into the course. What's the link again?" And I didn't have the link off the top of my head, but said, "Hey, try this for right now. If not, message in the Facebook group. Hit me up in an hour if you still can't get in. I'll be home in front of my computer." But I really want to, I take pride in answering every single question that comes my way via Facebook, email, the blog, YouTube, or whatever. I just, it's something that I just want to make sure I'm available for you. What's the link to your course? It's myselfpublishingblueprint.com. Might have missed this. How many books and how much do you invest into promotion? How many books do I have? I have under 30 books. I have under 30 books. And how much did you invest into promotion? You know what? It's hard to say right now exactly what I've spent on promotion. I know Google ads, I've probably spent about 150 bucks. Facebook, I've spent 50 so far. And Amazon ads, I spent maybe 40. I'll have a better idea, and it'll be great because I'll do a full case study at the end of the year for this over the last few months or over the next few months because, Amazon ads, right? I put a $500 budget on one, $300 on another, and daily limit of 20 on another. So, but I haven't spent all that yet because it's still going through. So I'm monitoring it and stuff. And one of the tricky things with the AMS is it doesn't count your paperback sales. And like 97% of my sales are coming from paperback. Like paperback, for example, that my first day, it did 600 and change on paperback. It did like 30 on ebook. But my Amazon ads only show my ebook profits. They're not going to count in for paperback, right? So on paper, it looks like my Amazon ads are not profitable. But it's like, well, if I stop those, my book stops getting promoted. But people buy the paperback because it's nonfiction. People buy paperbacks more than ebooks. So, but I'll definitely be doing a case study because this is all stuff I'm going to be teaching in the course next year. FYI, the price will go up next year when all this stuff gets added in there. Not by much, but it'll be $147, $197, one of the two. But, I'm doing all this stuff now because I think it's going to be relevant to publishers, right? Especially as Amazon cracks down on review swaps, right? This is a more sustainable process. Are Pinterest and YouTube good platforms for selling Kindle books? Only if you're selling books under your name and you are the face of your book, right? So, for example, if I write a book myself and sell it on Kindle and the author's a Meko Sai, yeah, then YouTube is a great platform because I have a following. But in order for me to sell any of my other ebooks that are written by a pen name, I'd have to get that pen name in front of a camera and start promoting myself and building a following, much like what I've done with my YouTube. So it really depends on what your end game is, right? Typically, no, they wouldn't be great platforms, but you know, it just depends. So hopefully not that makes sense there. What's the minimum books you have for each niche? I don't really know. I don't know. Like some of the books, my beginner books, obviously just one book per niche, but some of them I have 9 or 10. I think so. For my first ebook, do you suggest to start AMS to market for? No, I suggest you just follow what's in the course. Beginners shouldn't really play around with AMS yet. You should really publish your first 5, 6, 7 books. Then, once you understand the publishing process a bit better, you start collecting emails and you're just getting a better grasp on things, then you can start looking at doing things with AMS for 2 reasons. One, jump into AMS now, you're just trying to learn something else, but you're still trying to learn the basics of publishing. 2, excuse me, I'm just going to have some water here. 2, your books aren't making money yet. So we want to make sure your books are making money first before you start investing in other things. Okay, what process did you use for your recent launch? Michael, I used the same process I used when I did the Front Row Factor launch group, minus the Facebook the Facebook launch team group. I did not have that for this one. Just wasn't prepared enough for it. So I think we might have chatted around that time when I did those 2 launches. Or that launch for the Front Row Factor back in April-ish so. But I did a very similar thing. The book came out a couple weeks ago. I started running ads. We didn't run ads for the Front Row one. He had a much bigger following than I did for this. But the review team got the book probably 2 weeks ago. Sent them about 5 emails over the last 2 weeks. Probably 4 of them were in the last 5 days. 4 in the last 7 days, we'll say. And just get your review up. Get your review up. Hey, how are you doing? Did you forget to get your review up? Like, those were literally the emails. And every time I did it, one more review popped up. And my review team is like 50 people. It's not big at all. So out of all those, I got 6 reviews up from the 50. But I would send it to the ones who opened the email, send it to the ones that didn't open the email, send it to the ones that didn't open that email. And then, so I was really kind of playing around and seeing what one works best. And I look at my email stats to see percentages of who opens what, and who clicks, and things like that. So I'm tracking that. So course is great. Who helped set it up? Is there a company that does this for you? Or do you're in my course? I don't even know who you are now. I'm curious to see who you are. You'll have to private message me if you don't want to say your name. That's okay. I won't blow your cover. Thank you. No, I created the course myself from scratch. I had a mentor, D1 Bainey, of course. And but I built it up from scratch. He kind of told me the idea is like, hey, you first try it over here and then move everything to ClickFunnels, and kind of gave me the overall structure, but then I created all the lessons from scratch and the videos and everything, and it's going to be updated. I'll do a full overhaul of it in 2018, just better, just make it a bit more visually appealing and things. I just, but that'll all come soon. Hi Mecca. When you want to find a niche for a short read, you always look at the top 6 under that niche. That's what, some of these first 6 books. Yeah, so I always do the first, and have over 200 pages. If you want to sell short reads, isn't it smart? You shouldn't be, like, why do you want to do a short read then? Right? If the books all have like 200 pages, then maybe there's not a market for short books in that niche. Or Maybe you're creating the market. Maybe you're going to be the difference maker, right? There wasn't a there like one of my niches I'm in. There was like not a there wasn't a real niche. There wasn't a real niche. I created the niche essentially, almost, right? There was some, but then I got in there, and now there's some other guy in there who's like copying me, and I can't stand it. But it's okay. Competition's good for you. Right? So there's like me and him, and then big name publishers. But that's it right now. So don't really look at the page length of your competitors' books. Just go out there, put a quality book together, and see what happens. Right? Not everything's going to be a win, but yeah. So it's all good. Very specific questions. Specific questions get specific answers, which get you results that you're looking for. So very good on asking your specific question. Yvonne Jones, just signed up for your course. Can't wait to dig in. Hello. Hey, have you said hello in the Facebook group? Have I added you to the Facebook group yet? I don't think I've given you my official welcome that I try to give everyone there. But Yvonne, I'm honored. Welcome. And maybe you meant you just literally signed up right now. Let me check this. Let me check who this is. Oh, Yvonne, hey, look at that. You literally just signed up right now. Welcome. I will make sure you find the Facebook group, add and request, and I'll give you a little welcome once we're done this live stream. But hey, thank you, and that's so cool. That's so cool. Anyone else? We got some more questions. I still got a little bit of time here, and we'll probably go maybe 9 more minutes. Do a nice hour. And see what else is going on. Here's a thing. Is there anyone you'd like me to sit down and interview, or are there any specific topics that you would like me to find an expert on? You may or may not know I sat down with Carla Marie. She was my first person I interviewed. The audio kind of sucked. But we're sitting down again on Tuesday. She is a fiction publishing goddess. I don't know. Would she like me to call her a goddess? Probably not. But she knows everything about anything when it comes to fiction publishing. So I'm going to sit down with her, and that'll be great. She just has such a wealth of knowledge. So for any of you fiction publishers, I'll probably on my self-publishing blueprints main Facebook page, I'll probably do a post that says, hey, if you have any questions about fiction publishing for Carla Marie, post them here. And you can go sit down. Marta, yes, I reached out to her. She's been super sick, so she's getting better though, and we're gonna connect. She's definitely somebody who has a super interesting story, huh, Michael? So I really want to sit down with her and just hear all about her story and what, because she's been doing this for a long time, right? So yeah, I'll definitely get some time with her for sure. Do you only sell Kindle books or other things as well on Amazon? No, I only sell the books right now. I'm not doing any physical products or anything like that. Maybe down the road I probably will just venture into that just because I like making money and I understand Amazon. I have a basic understanding of Amazon, so I think it would just kind of make sense. And so yeah, so I think I will, but it definitely won't be until summer probably, spring or summer, not anytime soon. But we'll see. We'll see for sure. Yeah, she is 100% white hat. We've had some great conversations, and she really seems to know and understand what she's doing. So that's really neat. That's really neat. So, got a few more minutes. If you guys have some last minute questions about anything, this is Q&A. It's Ask M. We had somebody ask if I believe in God. Nothing's off the table with me. How long does it take to average to make profit from a book in the beginning? One of those impossible questions. Um, like the fastest I had a book, actually, not counting this one, but the fastest I had a book profit was just under 2 weeks. We published it in January, and within 2 weeks, it turned a profit. I invested, $250 or so into that book. This book might have, I don't know if this book might have not even like the book that because I launched it about 2.5 weeks ago, but it didn't really start making money until this past week. So it was probably that book that I launched back in January. 2 weeks, no luck involved. Email list, sent the email out. I got my initial reviews for it, promoted it on Facebook inside niche groups, and within 2 weeks, it profited and started making money. So, what are your worst distractions during your day? Great question, Michael. Okay, going to Starbucks because I got to drive there and that wastes time. I'd say YouTube, like not as much anymore though. Yeah, you know what, man? To be completely honest, and this is gonna make me sound like, oh, he has it all going on, but I'm so focused right now and driven and motivated that distractions are just not showing up. Honestly, the biggest distraction is me thinking, should I go to Starbucks? Should I get my pumpkin spice right now? Or should I just make coffee at home? Like I spent like 20 minutes figuring that out today. And that's the biggest waste of time I have right now. But I'm so freaking focused, especially with what I have working on over the next few weeks, that distractions just don't have a place here right now. So it's just. But before it used to be YouTube. YouTube used to be a huge distractor. But like I tell my wife, it's like because I have my personal account and then I have the business account, which you're all on right now, right? My personal account, it's like my car videos and stuff like that, and I'm so behind on all the vlogs and all the people I follow and the dumb crash videos I'll watch and stuff like that. I'm so behind, like months behind, because I've been so focused on building the business and getting us into a better place. And I'm always like, that's great. Because before, it was like a new video would come up, I'd stop what I'm doing and like sit and watch a 10-minute video just because it was like cool. But yeah, no, distractions are definitely not something, that I'm really worried about right now. But I'm sure more will come up every now and then. Okay, I learned that we should go for the winning niches, but you say otherwise. Can you elaborate on that? Yeah, man, if you want to go and like make a killing, go and publish a book in self-help, weight loss, health and fitness niche, do a cookbook and go for it. It's an uphill freaking battle though. That's the problem. Those are the most profitable niches on Facebook or on Facebook. I'm reading Michael's comment. Those are the most profitable niches on Amazon, but through the stiffest competition, the most saturated. So yes, everybody says go check out the bestsellers list, right, to find your niches and keyword ideas and stuff. But I haven't found my success that way. When I tried it that way, I did not make money in the beginning. But as soon as I started going to more obscure niches, smaller niches, I started making money and I started learning the process better. And that's essentially what I teach inside the group, inside my course, right? Just start from that, right? Write down your list of your 20, 30, 40 interests from back in the day to now. And then start figuring out, okay, what niches do they fall into? Okay, which ones are on Amazon? Which ones already have books? Where are the books selling? That's how I really figured it out. And I'm not saying that like now. I could do a self-help book and profit and do well. No kidding. I know a lot more about Amazon. I know how to build an email list quickly. I know how to market to that email list. I know how to pull the other strings that need to be pulled in order to become profitable in those niches. So yeah, that's hopefully that kind of gives you a bit more insight, Eduardo. How many books do you have? I have just under 30 books, Yoshi. Try the proper timer. 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. I think I've heard of that, man. Is your Facebook niche group training in the course? No, it's not. I just read that and I was like, that's freaking genius. So I'm gonna write that down in the journal. And yeah, that's totally not in there at all. But I need to get it in there. So Facebook niche groups. Like the short version of it, man, is you go into, you find the groups, right? I find more, they're not like, yeah, some bigger groups, but the bottom line is you have to be in there and contribute and build value, right? You have to just be somebody in there. Like, you know, I did a post in one of the groups that I was in yesterday, nothing to do with my books, just something related with the industry, got 150 likes and comments, right? I haven't even posted my books in there yet. You know, this new book yet, because I've been busy with the other things, but it's all about just, you know, not going in there and just spamming the groups. And once again, that's where the whole philosophy of getting out of the self-help and all of that and getting into those smaller, more obscure niches. That's why I think the Facebook niche groups have been so powerful, because it's just not one of the main self-help groups or anything like that. So, yep, I am, Michael. Don't start doing your detective work, bro. Bro, I've tried to set up like a couple different Facebook accounts with my pen name, and Facebook keeps blocking them and deleting them. So I was like, whatever. One thing I learned is eventually everybody figures out your niches. So I'm like, you know, so that's why it's like I'm just become the authority. So, you know, people, they look and they're like, oh, damn, that's where Mecca is. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to mess with that. He'll crush me, right? So that's kind of the mentality I have. Because I know eventually it'll get out, but all right. $100 says in the group I'm Tom. Oh, okay, Tom. Hey, how do you do it? Keep up the great work. Awesome. Hey, man, that's so cool. That's so cool. It's good to see you, Tom. Excellent. Awesome. All right. Hey, why don't we wrap it up? Unless there's some last-minute dying questions here, we'll kind of wrap things up. But you know, this is good. Like I said, I'll be doing this every Saturday or Sunday, just an Ask Em thing, and you know, it's yeah, it's I just want to make myself more available to you. And had a book that sucked. Yeah, I've had lots of books that suck. Still made $300. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. I asked because that is something people would overthink about creating 20 profiles. Yeah, no, it is, man. Like, yeah. You know, I don't, like, you know, Michael, I don't share. Like, I increase the privacy setting a lot on my Facebook profile to hide certain things, just so I could do that. So I could, you know, so you just got to kind of think about it. But it's all good, man. We can talk off camera about that if you want to. So, but hey, everyone, thank you if you're watching the replay and you're still here. Appreciate it. And definitely, I'll once I figure out what we'll be talking about next week, I'll set the reminder up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe, the little bell icon, and give me a thumbs up if you appreciated this. But Instagram, you can follow me for more daily stuff, Mecca_Osai, and Facebook, of course, I'm all over as well. Until next time, everyone, hope you're all doing well. Take care.